love.
Tell me about the beginning of your journey, because I know you have this precious angel in your arms right now, but it didn't start that way.
No, it was a really strange kind of thing. When we got married a little later in life, obviously, and we just assumed we'd get pregnant, like most people. And 1 year turned into 2, 3, and we were doing so many things. Oddly enough, I won't say we didn't notice at first, but we weren't like, the biological clock is ticking, we got to have a baby. So we weren't sitting somewhere going, hey, how come nobody's gotten pregnant yet? And then, but yeah, when it got to be like 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, then we're like, okay, something is up here. We're not sure what it is. So, and that was the beginning of everything. There were surgeries, it was like a serious 2-year road. And then we were on our last embryo, and we didn't have that many to begin with. We were on our very last embryo, and the first embryo didn't take. We did the second embryo in February, and here she is. The very last chance. It's like, this was her. So here she is.
That is awesome. And so did you always want to be a mom?
I always assumed I'd be a mom. And I have like nieces and nephews that I love and adore. So it was always one of those things that you just knew was going to happen, and so it never even occurred to me that it would be like a challenge or an issue, like not ever.
Let me start over here. I need your ages.
Oh,
I know you got married late in life, but I need to know how old you guys are.
I'm 50. I was born in 1971. I tell people I have no shame in that whatsoever.
And I'm 61. I was born in 1960.
Wow, 50 and 61.
Yes.
Amazing. So that makes your story even more incredible.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It is.
We know she's the miracle. She really, really is the miracle baby.
So you are not like 50 in the traditional sense. You are like young, hip, hopping.
I wish I was young and hip. Actually, I've heard people say, oh, you're a young 50. I guess that's that, because it's like, I'm really understanding when they say, you're only as old as you feel. And so I don't feel like, in 10 plus years, I should be collecting, Social Security. Like that's just not even where my head is at.
It took a lot to get you to the point where you were able to carry your baby. Surgery, you said, was one thing?
Yeah, that was the first thing they discovered, was that I had a boatload of fibroids, uterine fibroids. So the first thing the fertility doc said, we got to clear that out. Okay, so that was the surgery. So we had that in January of 2019. And so then we did some rounds of, egg collections, and none of that worked, none at all. Then we had to put it on hold because of COVID. So it was on hold for almost a year because of COVID. So that's all the rest of 2020. And then beginning of 2021, we're going, okay, we've got 2 embryos. Well, actually by then we only had 1 embryo. We have 1 embryo now. So it's frozen. So now what are we going to do with it? Because, it's 2021. So we contacted the fertility doc and said, okay, we're ready to, crank things back up. And we did the embryo transfer in February. And there she is.
I mean, how miraculous is this that you?
I mean, well, with me, I was we had this really sort of Sarah and Abraham thing going on, just in reverse. I was too old, and Tony had some medical issues, and between the two of us, there was not going to be a baby. Like there was just not going to be any baby of any kind in any form. So even with, like I said, all the fertility stuff, like when we collected the eggs and we did all that kind of stuff, none of that took, not any of it. So we went through the whole type of line, because like I said, between my age, because they tell you that once you get to be a certain age, those viable eggs are not going to be there. So between my age and Tony's health issues, it was just like not going to happen at all. So total miraculous thing, because it was not going to happen.